Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a story that completely turned my world upside down. It's a tough one to tell, but I feel like someone out there might need to hear it. It all started a few months ago. My wife, Sarah, and I had what I thought was a perfect marriage. We'd been together for 7 years, married for 5, and every day felt like a new adventure. We were that couple, the one our friends looked to, the one who still held hands, who finished each other's sentences. We were a team. But then, things started to change. It was subtle at first. So subtle I almost convinced myself I was imagining it. Sarah became distant, like a fog had rolled in between us. Our nightly talks, the ones where we'd share everything about our day, became shorter and shorter. Her "I'm tired" came quicker each evening. She was always on her phone, but when I'd ask who she was texting, she'd just wave it off, saying, "Oh, just work stuff," or "It's just my sister." The laughter that used to fill our home faded into a quiet, heavy silence. I tried to bridge the gap. I planned date nights to our favorite restaurant, suggested weekend getaways to the cabin we loved. I even tried just sitting her down and asking, "Sarah, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are we okay?" Every time I was met with a wall. She'd say I was being paranoid, or that she was just stressed from work. She'd give me a quick, empty hug and say, "Everything's fine, I promise." But her eyes told a different story. They were distant, and the warmth I knew was gone. It felt like I was living with a stranger. This Cold War went on for weeks. I was walking on eggshells, replaying every conversation, every interaction, trying to figure out what I'd done wrong. Did I not help enough around the house? Did I say something insensitive? My mind was a whirlwind of self-doubt. I was losing sleep, and the knot in my stomach was my constant companion. The woman I loved was right next to me, but she felt a million miles away. I was lonely in my own home, and the feeling was crushing. I just wanted my wife back, the woman I married, my best friend. Then came the day that shattered my denial. It was a Tuesday. I remember it so clearly. Sarah was out, supposedly at a late-night work meeting. I was at home, trying to distract myself with a movie, but my mind kept drifting. Around 10 p.m., her phone, which she'd accidentally left on the kitchen counter, buzzed. It wasn't my business, I told myself. I respected her privacy. But then it buzzed again and again. Curiosity, or maybe it was a desperate need for answers, got the better of me. The screen lit up with a name I didn't recognize. Mark. And the message preview. It made my blood run cold. It said, "Can't stop thinking about last night. You're incredible." My heart hammered against my ribs. It felt like the floor had dropped out from under me. I stood there frozen, staring at the screen. Work meeting? It was all a lie. The late nights, the secretive texts, the distance, it all clicked into place with a sickening finality. My world, the one I'd so carefully built with Sarah, was a house of cards, and it was collapsing around me. I didn't know what to do. My first instinct was pure rage. I wanted to smash something, to scream. Then a wave of profound sadness washed over me. The woman I had promised my life to, the person I trusted more than anyone, had betrayed me in the most painful way possible. I sat on the floor, her phone in my hand, and just felt empty. It was like a piece of my soul had been ripped out. When Sarah came home an hour later, she was humming, looking relaxed. "Hey, you're still up," she said with a casual smile. That smile, it was like a knife in my gut. I couldn't pretend anymore. I just stood up and held out her phone. "Who's Mark?" I asked. The color drained from her face. The casual demeanor vanished, replaced by panic. For the first time in weeks, she looked at me, really looked at me, and in her eyes, I saw the truth she'd been hiding. The conversation that followed was the hardest of my life. There were tears, excuses, and a lot of "it's complicated." She had been seeing this man, a coworker, for 3 months. 3 months of lies. She said she felt neglected, that our spark was gone. Her words felt like daggers, each one an attempt to justify her betrayal, to shift the blame. But there's no justification for this. A relationship is a partnership. If there's a problem, you talk, you work, you fight for it. You don't secretly go and find comfort in someone else's arms. Deciding to leave was the most difficult, yet the most necessary choice I've ever made. The pain is still there. Some days it's a dull ache. Other days it's as sharp as it was that first night. But I'm healing. I'm focusing on myself, rediscovering who I am outside of that relationship. It's a long road, but I know I'll be okay. If you're going through something similar, please know you're not alone. The betrayal isn't your fault. Seek support. Talk to friends, a therapist, anyone you trust. You deserve honesty, respect, and a love that builds you up, not one that breaks you down. Thank you so much for listening to my story. It means a lot to be able to share this. If this resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.